lot of times this diagnosis that you're given is irrelevant because this child is not the same child they were a year ago or 2 years ago. And it's permanent changes and they don't need the medicine anymore. And there's permanent changes in this child. This is what's possible. Every case is unique, but this is what God has given us as being possible for every child that has any type of delays. Whether they're diagnosed with autism or not is irrelevant in a homeopathic prescription. They still heal the same. Good morning, everyone. I want to do a quick video showing you what happens when you persevere with proper classical homeopathic medicine with your kids with autism, or, sorry, just had a little message pop up, your kids with autism, speech delays, or comprehension issues, okay? And this is what we see. So, I mean, you know, under a good medicine, you'll see changes fairly quickly, but it takes time for those changes to fully set in and become permanent changes where you don't need to keep seeing me or another classical homeopath or be on that homeopathic medicine for a long period of time, okay? It takes a period of months, but then the problem is solved. The changes that have been made are usually long-term and permanent by that point, which is very cool. So this patient, which is a cool case we've been on since June 30th, they came to see us, 7-year-old little girl. The parents have been with us since then, and every month there's been changes. Right at the beginning, there was huge changes. And I believe I did an old video on this. But anyways, we started with the main complaints were speech delays, comprehension issues, and severe stomach aches. So the stomach aches were the most pressing issue for this family. But basically, the stomach issues all developed after vaccinations. So the childhood vaccinations, they all developed around that time, 18 months, before 2 years old, and they've been persistent. So the first thing we did, we took the whole case proper. And I got all the details of the case, but we prescribed the vaccine detox, which is the same vaccinations that child received when they were younger. We get them in homeopathic form, severely diluted. There's not one molecule of original substance left. It's a branch of homeopathy called tautopathy. And many times you'll see quick, powerful things happen with this, but it's almost like a reversing of any negative effects that may have been caused by that pharmaceutical substance. And that's exactly what this did. Like within the first week, 2 doses, there was no more stomach pain. And she was having it 3-4 times a week after she ate. That wouldn't go away. So that's what happens. That completely cleared up, and there was changes in speech and communication. She was understanding more. She was looking more at her parents. She was trying to speak more. So it was just crazy improvements as things went on. So looking at my file here, that was from June 30th. And we went in higher strengths of this detox as we went on. But June 30th until basically we went to around August 31st. Slowly changes going on. So we did a couple other medicines in between, little changes, nothing huge. Then came December 23rd. Today is January 10th, 2023. December 23rd, we started another medicine. This medicine, its indications in kids with delays is also changes after vaccinations when it's noticed. Also, these children tend to have speech delays, they have comprehension delays, they have other health issues, okay, which is common with autism. But they tend to crave onions, which is very strange for a child. A child that will eat raw onions and keep eating them, or has a desire to eat them. It's so strange. When we see that, we look at this remedy closely because it's not like we're trying to fix that. It's not a problem in itself, but it's an indicator that they need this medicine, and it will shift everything in their complete life, everything in their complete case, comprehension, speech, any other issues they're dealing with. You'll see the whole thing just flip and shift. So this is 2 weeks later, they start this medicine. And the update I got today was so powerful that I wanted to shoot another video about this case, because this is what happens. It's like learning, it's like you learn the patient as you go. And as you keep giving different medicines, you zigzag down this path of healing with the child. Different medicine takes away some symptoms. Another medicine improves other symptoms, and it just keeps going. This child evolves. And then over the course of 4 to 8 months, 4 to 12 months, you're left with a different child. The true child that was there, that was just locked away all these years, and you see the true child unlock. And a lot of times this diagnosis that you're given is irrelevant because this child is not the same child they were a year ago or 2 years ago. And it's permanent changes and they don't need the medicine anymore. And there's permanent changes in this child. This is what's possible. Every case is unique, but this is what is God has given us as being possible for every child that has any type of delays. Whether they're diagnosed with autism or not is irrelevant in a homeopathic prescription. They still heal the same. So it's so cool. Anyways, today's update after this latest medicine, January 10th, she was doing really well. So I'm going to read you directly from the mother's words of today's update. She's doing really well. She has patience now. She's hearing what they are saying. She's using her words instead of being aggressive now. So before, this little girl, for some reason, doesn't like it when her parents talk. So if they talk for 5 minutes and she's not included, she used to get aggressive. She would hit, pinch, or bite them. Now, and she has very limited vocabulary. Now, when mom and dad talk, she starts to show agitation. Mom will say, okay, we just need 2 minutes. Mom and dad are just going to talk for 2 minutes and then we'll talk to you. So just wait 2 minutes. So now she doesn't stop. She says, okay, mom, I'll wait 2 minutes. She speaks and then she waits her 2 minutes and then the parents talk to her and it's fine now. There's no more aggression. So 2 things. She's using her words to tell her why she's upset instead of just being aggressive with the parents in that situation. And she's actually waiting and being patient. This is after 2 weeks of a medicine. There's 6 doses. So that was pretty cool. Mother's words, there's a definite increase in her happiness, the mother said. I didn't ask her, she just told me this. I said, because I only ask patients, I ask the parents, what's changed? Tell me what you've noticed. And they just start telling me everything. So it's not like I'm fishing for this information. This is what they notice and they tell me. So she says she's definitely increased in happiness. She's more peaceful. She's able to play by herself for a longer period of time. She used to do this last year. So this regressed at a certain point. She used to do this last year and it went away. She said, it's all coming back now, the mom said. So you see patients, whether it's adults or children with autism, we're like layers of an onion. And as you peel off those layers of an onion, you'll see things come back that have disappeared many years ago with regression. Mom works at home and the little girl was always a little bit agitated and would be upset and wants her mom all the time, coming constantly while the mom's trying to work, just whining and uncomfortable and all this. The mom says this went away now. She doesn't constantly disturb her. She'll just come to ask a question now and mom will answer her and she'll go and play with her toys. So you can see there's more of a calmness in the child, a natural calmness that works with the body. It's not like a suppressive thing, like a drug. Homeopathy brings out the natural calmness that's already there. It brings a peace within that person. Now, the other thing, she is talking all the time now. And I said, is this a good thing? And she goes, yeah, she's nonverbal. And now she's starting to talk all the time with her limited vocabulary. So she's picking up new words, but she's saying a lot of the words she already knew, but she's talking all the time now. So you see what's happening with the mind. She's trying to initiate back and forth communication. There's improvement in understanding as well. And that's it. I mean, this is what we got. So, you tell me as parents, if you have children with delays and whether it's diagnosed with autism or not, and it doesn't matter. It could be delays with stomach aches. It could be delays with digestive issues. It could be delays with skin issues. It doesn't matter what it is. When the medicine is right in homeopathy, you're treating a person with a set of health conditions. When you treat that person directly, which we do with homeopathy, the body corrects these health conditions on its own, and it's a permanent fix because the body did it. The remedy was just to stimulate the body in the first place. So homeopathy is very powerful, guys. I try to share as much of these cases with you I can because no one even knows this is possible. And this is what classical, properly prescribed homeopathic medicine is possible of. So anyways, we treat cases all over the world through Skype consultations, okay? So if you have any questions, give us a call. Otherwise, I always tell you, seek a local classical homeopath who specializes, who does classical homeopathy, and your kids could change. God has a plan for these kids, okay? So I wish you guys all the best.